Welcome to Bloom Foods Cooking with Chester. This week is chickpea week, so I'll be making some hummus on a homemade roti to do a vegetable wrap. And then secondly, I'll be doing a Chana Masala burger featuring a chickpea curry patty. So let's get to it. Alright, so I'm going to make some chapati or roti to go with our hummus. We're going to make a nice wrap with that for part 1 of 2 of chickpea week in the Bloom kitchen. So here I have half a cup of sifted whole wheat flour with just a pinch of salt in there. That's going to form the base of our flatbread. And to that, I'm going to add a little bit of oil and water and just mix it by hand until I get a nice ball. Okay, so I'm going to add a little bit of oil first to this flour. And that's just olive oil, unrefined olive oil. Then I have a 1/4 cup of water here. I'm not going to add all of it at first, and I'm just going to mix with my hand to get that into a nice ball of dough. Still a little bit dry, so I'm going to add a little bit more water. Not sure if I need the full 1/4 cup or not. If it's too dry, you add more water. If it's too wet, you add a little bit more flour. It's pretty straightforward. I think I hit a pretty good ratio, just like that. So there's a little less than a 1/4 cup of water to that 1/2 cup of dough. And I'm going to just take it out of this bowl onto a floured surface to make it just a little bit easier to knead for me. Let me get that out of the way. Yeah, just so it's a little bit easier to knead. And for my kneading technique, I'm using my knuckles and my palm to fold over, so we're pretty rough with the bread, with the dough, but it's gonna allow us to get a nice air pocket whenever we cook our roti. So after I've kneaded for, it really only took about 2-3 minutes this time, and our dough is nice and soft. You can see there it's bouncing back pretty well, but it's still pretty soft. So now I can put it back in the original mixing bowl, cover it with a wet paper towel, and just let this sit for about 30 minutes, which will give us plenty of time to make some delicious hummus. I have my roti bread resting. I have some special baked vegetables in the oven right now about to go in our wrap when this is all done. And now I'll make some hummus using this food processor. So to start, for that creamy goodness, I'm gonna add a 1/4 cup of tahini. I'm going to squeeze in the juice of 1 Meyer lemon. And this is all the way in season right now, so, and this one is super ripe, so I just got a ton of juice out of just half of that. Let's do the other half. It's actually probably about a 1/4 cup of lemon juice as well. I just love lemon in hummus. I have my oil and 4 cloves of garlic here in the same ramekin to save me some dishes. I'm going to do my seasonings. Cumin. A lot of cumin. I love like a smoky hummus. I love a little bit of spice in about everything, and I love the taste of cayenne. I'm going to do just a little bit of cayenne. We might add a little bit more later. I'm going to add just a pinch of unrefined salt and a good amount of cracked black pepper. And before I add my chickpeas, I want to get this nice and smooth. So I'm going to go ahead and blend this for just a second. Great, so my garlic is more or less chopped up. I like a little texture of my hummus, but it's pretty smooth in there. It's already smelling really good. So let's add, I did about a 1.5 cups of chickpeas. Probably about the same size as a 15-ounce can, but I cooked these fresh, so I didn't really bother measuring. And we'll just blend it up again. It's already looking, oh, it's looking real creamy. It looks nice. Let me taste it. Tasting is so crucial for making something like this. Lemon flavor is there. Tahini is there. Oh, tahini's really there. Needs a little bit more salt. Black pepper is good. I'm gonna do a little bit more spice with my cayenne. And I'm gonna do a lot more cumin. I just love cumin and hummus. I want this to be a little smoother, so I'll add a touch more of unrefined olive oil, and we'll blend to finish it up. Lovely, 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 lovely. The garlic is coming through when I added a little bit more salt, and it just tastes perfect. Very well balanced, very smooth, so it's ready to go. My dough has rested for 30 minutes, this roti dough. So I can go ahead and start making my rotis. So we'll just coat that in flour to make it easy to work with. I'm gonna cut this into 4 pieces. In the meantime, I'll heat up my pan because we're gonna need that pretty soon. So I'm gonna redo this. This is a little smaller than I would like. So I'm gonna reincorporate this dough and cut into 3 pieces instead. I think that'll be better. Press it flat first. Make sure it's plenty floured so that it's not sticking to the surface or to the rolling pin too much. And I'm gonna roll that out nice and flat. Move you out of the way. That's nice and thin. I'm just gonna do it one more time. So about 15 seconds on the first side. And I should see it start to puff up a little bit too, so timing might actually throw you off a little bit more than just trusting your intuition in the kitchen sometimes. See how that's puffing up? Okay, that's perfect. Good for the first side, yes, lovely. I'm gonna do about 30 seconds or until we get some more puffs, and I can check the bottom to see if it's brown or not for the second side. Alrighty. That's nice and hot. Let's turn this fire down a little bit so I can comfortably cook this over the fire. And we're just gonna push that first side that we cooked directly over the fire, and we see it puffing up real nice. I want to hold it just a little bit more because it's burning pretty fast. I'll just hold it a little bit higher over that fire and just turn it pretty regularly. And look at that side. Yeah, that's nice. That's real nice. Just get this last corner here, over there. And it's a beautiful flatbread. Oh, it's beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Now to assemble and taste dish number 1. Let me grab my nicest flatbread. I really like this one. I'm going to spread some hummus down on there. Plenty of hummus. This is going to be like a nice, simple, homemade, delicious veggie wrap. We got plenty of hummus right down the middle there. I'm going to do some spinach down next. A lot of baby spinach. Now I'll do some baked cauliflower. That's what I had going in the oven. And that's just gonna give us delicious flavors to go hand in hand with that chickpea, really, with that hummus. I'll do a little bit of pomegranate seed, just because they're in season. I have some from some fresh pomegranates. And I've heard that they taste really good with hummus, so I wanted to find out. So there is, oh yeah, our hummus wrap, our hummus roti wrap. Hopefully I can get close enough to the camera where you can see that. It's filling, it's full to the brim. Let me go ahead and taste it, see how all this is working. Yo, this roti is delicious. The hummus is so good. The pop of pomegranate is really, really good, and the cauliflower with just a little bit of thyme and garlic powder flavor. It's so good. It's really, really good. The only thing I would do differently is just make sure to brush your roti with a little bit of olive oil. You're done after that just comes out the pan. And I'm gonna do that to these other two and save these for some meal prep or something, but that is part one of Chickpea Week. We did some hummus, we made some homemade roti and did some delicious cauliflower veggie wraps with those, and now on to the Chana Masala burger. Today we're making a Chana Masala curry burger. So to start our Chana Masala burger, we're gonna start with the chana, the chickpea. And I'm gonna mash that with a fork until about half of the pieces are mashed up. So those chickpeas still stay meaty, but so our burger will hold together. So I'm cooking down some onion and jalapeno for this burger. And on the side here, I'm just toasting some mustard seed and cumin seed. It's so aromatic and delicious, and that mustard seed is popping now. So I'm just gonna incorporate it in, because that means it's pretty much done releasing its flavors and it's ready to cook down with the rest of the vegetables. Here I have some greens. I love putting greens in my veggie burger patties. You can't taste them. It's an easy way to sneak a ton of nutrition in there. So here I have some Swiss chard and some baby spinach that I chopped up. It looks like a lot, but it's the perfect amount for this patty. I'm gonna mix this up. Now it's time for some seasoning. So the masala part of Chana Masala burger, this garam masala here, and this is a delicious warming flavor. It reminds me of curry. We got cardamom, cinnamon, cloves, cumin, black pepper, and coriander. You can buy this already made up, or you can make it yourself if you like, but it just tastes so delicious. So I am gonna lift to open the heavy part and just not be shy about that. Oh, it smells so good. It smells so delicious, y'all. Next, kind of going for curry flavors to match this curry that inspired me. So an important one is ginger. Plenty of ginger in there. It's probably about half a tablespoon. Another important one is turmeric, which just smells amazing. Again, probably about the same, another half a tablespoon. That's gonna give our burger a delicious, a nice, beautiful color. You know, that orange, yellowish color. It's gonna look really nice. And for a little more pepper, a little more spice, I know we already have some jalapenos in there, but I personally love the taste of cayenne, and I like spicy burgers, so I'm just gonna load that up, and then we're gonna mix again. Very important, unrefined salt. Just do a pinch, do it by eye, and do it a little bit extra, because when we add our rice flour, it's gonna dilute our salt a little bit just from volume, so do a little bit of extra. And same thing with your black pepper. Crush your black pepper fresh, don't buy it pre-crushed. Those oils are being released as soon as the pepper is crushed, so you don't want to buy it pre-crushed because it's gonna lose some of its flavor. And now I'm gonna add some Harvest Grain Mills brown rice flour. This is one of my favorite burger binders. It has a minimal taste, so whatever kind of legume or mushroom or any other meaty substance that you use to hold bring that main flavor and power of the burger, this doesn't overpower it, and it binds really well. And it's a whole ingredient other than, unlike all-purpose flour. So brown rice flour, it's using the whole grain of rice. Now, my burger mixture is looking a little powdery, which is actually exactly what I want, because now I'm gonna add some liquid. Normally at this point I would add some water, but I just love squeezing lemon at the very end, that last step of cooking Chana Masala, to give an extra layer of flavor that citrus can only provide. You can't get that from salt, you can't get that from anything else, just that sour that you can either get from vinegar or citrus. So I'm gonna squeeze a whole lemon in here, and that's gonna serve as our liquid to kind of bind that rice flour with the rest of our chickpeas and seasonings, and make a delicious burger patty that's gonna hold together. Now, I will take a handful, however hungry I am, that's how big I'm gonna make my patty today. So I think I'll do it a little bigger, about that big. And now we're just shaping by hand. I have a burger press, but When doing small batches, I love to shape them by hand. I feel like they have a lot more flavor, or a lot just more character, and a little extra love when I do them like this. So you can see how well that patty's holding together, how that turmeric and garam masala are giving it a delicious color, and how I have it at about ½ inch to maybe 3/4 of an inch is the thickness that I'm going for. So time to get it onto the grill. Let's see what our sear looks like on the first side. It looks nice, it looks nice. I'm gonna do the other side a little harder. And I like to turn the heat down for the second side because the pan just tends to get warmth and that second one will cook a little harder. So, alright, we got a nice sear on both sides, a light sear, but our patty's still a little soft. So what I'm gonna do is put this whole pan in the oven at 400 degrees, bake it at 4 minutes on each side, and it's gonna get nice and crispy and just a better bite for our burger. Alright, listen, it's smelling good in here. Okay, I'm about to put this together. So I made an aioli here. I love an aioli, some veganaise, garlic, mint, and cilantro, local from Farmer Armando. So we got our herbed aioli for both of our buns, our top and bottom bun. I have a nice toasted bun here. That looks just wonderful to start. Next, I think I'll go with the spinach. Let's have it on a nice bed of spinach. So I'll get some of my stems are a little long, so I don't want those. That's okay. Nice bed of spinach. I'll do my hot patty right there. It fits my bun perfectly. I'm just like getting so used to doing those. I will do some cucumber, some tomato. These are the toppings I just chose today. When I do tomato, I like to just sprinkle it with just a touch of unrefined salt. I like to do that with cucumber too, so that'll go well. And I got some nice red onion on top, and top bun. It's a hearty burger. It looks absolutely delicious. It smells great, and I am so excited to eat this burger right now. Now to taste this burger. Wow. This burger is so good. Like, I love the bite of the cucumber. The tomato is subtle, but it goes great. It's a really great pairing with that warming masala, with the turmeric, with some of the garlic flavors that I have in the aioli. I can taste those herbs just a little bit coming through. And really, the burger patty just tastes super, super good. Like, it's like curry, but in a burger. I've never, I did a different black bean curry burger, but this is more of like a ginger turmeric bold kind of curry, and I really, really enjoy this burger. So thank you for watching this video. If you're new to my page, please check me out at Bloom Foods HTX on Instagram and Facebook, and bloomfoodshtx.com to check out my blog, exclusive recipes, all of my burger recipes that I invent every week. And I hope you enjoyed this video. Peace.